Hello everybody, welcome to yet another trading week. In fact, we have interesting times ahead. The market volume is really good. I like volatility. The coronavirus pandemic is causing a lot of troubles, and price has been a bit alive, has been very volatile as well. We have been catching trading opportunities here and there. We hope the weeks ahead are going to be much more better. Okay. The weekend gaps may likely continue with breaking news here and there, and so you may be having some gaps as the market is going to open. Okay. All right, let's just look at our best trade for last week. All right, I'm not going to be reviewing all that we took, but I'm just going to look at our best trade, our best trading opportunity for last week before we conduct our analysis. Okay, this was our best signal for last week, the one that gave us very good pips. In fact, this was where we took the trade. Okay, we did analyze the chart even before the signal went out. This was the signal, that was our entry, that was our stop loss level, and we were shooting. In fact, we usually keep an open target. All right, so the price can just many times price crash beyond our target levels, and so we manually close our trades out. Okay, so that was the analysis. Price actually came all the way to a point of confluence. That was the point of confluence. This level of resistance coming in contact with that also rising level of resistance, and what happened, we saw the fake breakout. That was a railway track, a fake breakout. A combination of those candles should give you let's say a pin bar or a doji. Should give you a pin bar or a doji around that point of confluence. So as soon as we saw that, we called for the signal. That was our entry, and that was our stop loss. All right. In fact, even before we took this trade, we also hinted members of our telegram channel, telegram channel here. We sent that message to them. Okay, those in the general, that's the public telegram channel, not the VIP channel. We said railway tracks at confluence. We did send that message. We analyzed the chart and we showed the candle. Right. Then we also gave some statement here that trading these railway tracks will be an acceptable risk. It may be an early hint to get the weekly candle close as a pin bar. Generally, pounds are at a very optimal areas. Keep your fingers crossed. We did that to everyone to see in the general trading platform. Okay, the channel, the trading platform, and everybody saw that. Then looking into the chart, you will see the outcome. That was the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. That was the point of confluence we talked about. Price coming together around that area. We got our entry right there, and in fact, before we closed this trade last week Friday, we closed the trade somewhere around in here. All right, and before the market closed, it actually pushed further. That was our best trade for last week. The entry was somewhere in here. We closed somewhere around in here, over plus 600 pips. All right, plus 600 pips in one trade. That was a huge one. That was a nice one for us, and it's worth celebrating. All right, so let's proceed into the charts and conduct our analysis. First, we will look into let's quickly look into the Forex Factory economical calendar to see those high impact news announcements that are scheduled for this upcoming trading week. The G7 will be meeting for this week. That should take all day on Monday. Well, but the most highest of high impact news announcements here are the FOMC meeting, all right, affecting the American dollar. Then the employment data coming from Australia. All right, those are the highest high impact news announcement for this week. You want to keep them, keep all news announcement on your notepad. Be careful about them. They can actually add more violence to the chart, so just be careful about them. All right, let's go into the chart straight on to see those pairs. We have talked about the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. So what next? Well, I am just going to remove this level right now. We are done with that point of confluence. We now have this area here, which should In fact, it has been breached to the downside. It is the next key level of support, that area right there. Okay, if you look into the weekly time frame, in fact, we got another heavy call, but this is just too much. The Canadian dollar should be gaining strength this week. I expect to see more strength. If you look at these candles, these two candles right here, in fact the three candles, it is a bearish engulfing candle. Last week candle totally engulfing all of this candle is a heavy one. We expect to see more downside in the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar, so we'll be searching for more short opportunities. Let's see what the hindsight oracle indicator, my best indicator so far, that has helped me make so many pips. I'm just going to see what it's going to say in the weekly time frame for the Canadian dollar against the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. All right, now you can see this is the hindsight oracle indicator, comparing previous price behavior. All right, comparing previous price behavior with the current price behavior and making a forecast of what is likely going to happen. All right, so it is forecasting downward push in at least 1059 pips. That's what the indicator is saying. So it has said that this type of price behavior that we see here has happened in the 25th of November to the 25th of September 2016. 25th of September 2016. All right, to the 8th of April 2018. That this type of price behavior also happened on the 25th of September 2016 to the 8th of April 2018. And after this type of price of behavior happened, the next price type of behavior was this downward move. All right, so we are expecting to see a downward move in the in the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. That is why we're going to be trading in that direction going forward. All right, so it's a nice indicator, fantastic indicator. In fact, we are going to be likely giving this indicator out for those who are our VIP members. Even if we are not giving it for free, it might be for a very small token once you are our member. Okay, all right, so let's hope we are going to be looking for short opportunities in the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. So what do we need to do? We need to wait for price to clearly move away from this level of support in the daily time frame. We'll wait for price to clearly move away from that level of support. Then we'll be looking for pullbacks and continuation move, trading in line with our trading strategies. Okay, all right, let's move on to the next pair, the sterling pounds against the Australian dollar. Well, this pair is having a very tough time. In fact, it has reacted off that area of monthly support. We expect that price is also going to make some pushes to the downside, but we have a rising trend line here, which is a level of support. Since I lost my connection, anyway, it's a weekend already, so okay, connection is now back. All right, that's good. It's a rejection, all right, a rejection of that level of resistance. So what do we need to see? We need to see a counter reaction to the downside. We need to see price keep pushing to the downside, but then we have a rising trend line, so we need to wait for that trend line to possibly be broken. In the daily time frame, really nothing is happening here. In the Forex time frame, we are going to wait for price to break out of this range. This is what I have been waiting to see. Once price is able to break below that range, then I'll be very comfortable searching for short opportunities. All right, next one is the American dollar against the Canadian dollar. An interesting one here. Like I said, for this week, the Canadian dollar will be gaining some strength, so we expect to see some downside in this pair. Here we got that falling trend line. Okay, oh sorry. Okay, we got that falling trend line. So we expect price to actually come back down. All right, we expect price to come back down. That's not happening yet, but from the technical picture, we expect that price is going to turn around from this area. In the daily time frame, nothing really clear, but again, those of you who trade gaps, you know there was a gap here that has not been filled, so price is likely going to come down again. In the Forex time frame, let's say 1 hour time frame, there is a rising trend line that I was watching. In fact, it was more of a channel as price kept swinging up and down, and now price is trading below that channel. All right, to me it is a green light to look for short opportunities. So for the American dollar against the Canadian dollar, we'll be interested in looking for short entries, and as the market opens, I am sure we'll find an entry in this pair. All right, American dollar against the Swiss franc. This is another one that we have to keep a close eye. Okay, an open eye. Please don't keep a close eye. We need to keep an open eye on this one, especially for the week. Price is now trading very close to resistance zone around this area. I would like to see price come back down, even though it banked off a level of support. Let's go to the monthly time frame. Even though it banked off this level of support, that one right there, I would like to see it come back down. All right, it is not over. In the weekly time frame, I am still searching. I am still consciously searching for short opportunities. So anywhere in here, we'll be looking for opportunities to come back down in the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay. All right. Euro against the American dollar. This is the last pair of this review. Well, it was a bit volatile last week. We are expected to see price turn anyway from here. All right, we're expected to see that pullback at least to this level, but the pullback just came breaking below like a fake breakout. All right, well, anything can happen from this point, and what I expect to see is that price is going to reverse again, going back up. It is not over with the bulls. I expect to see that price pushes to the upside, so we'll be searching for opportunities to go long. I have not actually seen any entry in the daily time frame. I am considering this micro level of support there as the next level for price to push to the upside. So for